solving this question from AP. So in the two question series, the first question we have taken both the questions from arithmetic progression, and in the first question it's given that if m plus 1th term of an AP, that is m plus 1th term of any AP is equal to, it's given that this relation is given to is equal to 2 times, that is twice the n plus 1th term, right? N plus 1th term, n plus 1th term. So m plus 1th term is equal to 2 times n plus 1th term, right? So this is the relation is given into the question, right? Now let us do one thing here. As given into the question, you can find out what is the relation which can be derived. So here let's say if m plus 1 and n plus 1, what is the value of m plus 1th term and n plus 1th term, right? After that we need to prove that 3m plus 1th term is twice the m plus n plus 1th term. That is, after that we need to prove that 3m plus 1th term is equal to what? Twice the m plus n plus 1th term. This we need to prove. So for any AP where A is the first term, right, and D is the common difference, right, then for that AP m plus 1th term, we know that the nth term of any AP is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D, right? So this relation we will be using to solve this question, right? So this is the formula which we will be using, right? So first of all, let us see what is the value of m plus 1th term. So m plus 1th term is equal to A plus, I'm just putting the values into the above formula. In place of n, it will be m plus 1, right? So it will be m plus 1 minus 1 into D, right? So this 1 and 1 will be cancelled out, and we are left with m plus 1th term. This one, m plus 1th term is equal to A plus md, right? So this relation is derived. What is the value of m plus 1th term? This is A plus md, right? Now what we have derived this term. Now what is the value of n plus 1th term, right? Then the value of n term is equal to, use the same formula, this one, A plus, in place of n it will be n plus 1, so n plus 1, and in the formula minus 1 is there, so minus 1 times D, right? So here 1 and 1 will be cancelled out, and we are left with what? A plus nd. So n plus 1th term, I am writing n plus 1th term, the value of n plus 1th term is A plus nd, right? And it's given that m plus 1th term is equal to 2 times n plus 1th. So we can write the value of this is equal to 2 times this, right? As per this relation, the first part of the question has given, right? Then we can write A plus md, right, that is m plus 1th term, this one, is equal to 2 times n plus 1th, that is 2 times A plus nd, right? Now here you can see A and 2A. So this A will be going to the RHS, right? And we are left with 2A minus A into the RHS, and into the LHS it's MD, and when 2ND will be going into the LHS, it will be 2ND, right? So D common, M minus 2N is the value of A. This is derived from the relation as it's given that M plus 1th term is 2 times N term, right? We need to prove 3m plus 1th term is equal to 2 times m plus n plus 1th term. So do one thing. First calculate the m plus 1th term, then calculate the m plus n plus 1th term, then we will prove this one, right? So what will be the value of 3m plus 1th term? 3m plus 1th term, that means this one, is equal to, use the same formula, a plus n minus 1 into d. This will be a plus 3m plus 1 minus 1. I am using the same formula, right, into d, and this is bar. Then 1 and 1 will be cancelled out, and this will give you a plus 3md. So this is the value of 3m plus 1th term, a 3m plus 1, right? Now this should be equal to 2 times m plus n plus n plus 1th term, right? So now find what is the value of m plus n plus 1th term. This value will be calculated using the same formula, right? A plus n minus 1 into d. So in place of n, it will be m plus n plus 1, right? So m plus n plus 1, then whole bar into d. This will give you a plus m plus n into d. This is the value of 3m plus 1. This is the value of m plus 1, right? A m plus n plus 1 is m plus n plus 1th term is a plus m plus n into d. Now this term 3m plus 1 should be equal to 2 times m plus n plus 1, right? So this should be equal to 2 times this, right? So let us find the value of this, right? Here you can see a plus 3md, and here a plus m plus n into d. So here n is present over here, and in the 3m plus 1th term no n is present over here. So using the above relation, we replace the value of n, right? From here we replace the value of n. So what is the value of n? Let us see, right? M plus n into d. So this will give you a plus m into d plus n into d, and from here the value of n is calculated as dm minus 2 dm minus a by 2, dm minus a by 2. This is the value of n which is calculated, right? So you put this value dm minus a by 2. This value of n is put over here, right? And this will give you 2a plus 2md plus md minus a whole divided by 2, and this will finally give you can see here 2a minus a will be a, 2md plus md will be equal to 3md whole divided by 2, or we can take 2 as common outside the bracket and we can write it like this: 1 by 2 times a plus 3md. So what is the value of a plus 3md? A plus 3md is 3m plus 1th term, right? So we can write it as a times m plus n plus 1th term is equal to half of this. When 2 will be going into the LHS, can't we write it that 2 times a m plus n plus 1th term is equal to a plus 3md, and what is the value of a plus 3md? Is a 3m plus 1th term, that is a 3m plus 1. So this we proved that 3m plus 1th term is 2 times m plus n plus 1th term. Here you can see this was the required thing which we need to prove. 3m plus 1th term is equal to 2 times m plus n plus 1th term. So in this way we have proved this question, right? So this is proved. Right? Now let us solve second question. In the second question, it's mentioned that it's given that the series of AP is given to you and you need to find the middle term. What is the series of AP? The series of AP consists of few terms whose first term is 213, whose second term is 205, third term is 197, like one, and the last term given to you is 37, right? Now what is the middle term? The middle term of this AP is what? That we need to calculate. So students, here mark it: 213, the first term of AP. The first term of AP is the value of A, that is A will be 213, because this is the first term of given AP, arithmetic progression, right? And here if you subtract the one of the number from its further number, that means if you subtract the previous number from the existing one, you will get the value of common difference, right? When you will subtract this, you will get the D. When you subtract the second term from third, you will get the D, right? So the common difference D is calculated as second term minus first term, that is 205 minus 213. This can also be calculated by subtracting second term from third term. So this will be giving you 197 minus 205, likewise. So we just check for both of these so that we can see whether the common difference is coming same or not. 205 minus 213 will be minus 8, and here also 200, 197 minus 205, 197 plus 3, 200, 300 plus. So this will also give you minus 8. So this is confirmed that minus 8 is the value of D, which is your common difference, right? So from this question, we need to find the middle term of the given AP, where the first term is 213. The common difference is calculated by subtracting the subsequent term from the previous one, previous term from the subsequent one, and we get minus 8. Now, the value of 37, this will be the nth term, isn't it? This will be nth term. And if the nth term of an AP is 37, then it will follow the formula A plus n minus 1 into D, right? So A plus n minus 1 into D will give you the nth term, which is 37 over here. So putting the value of A 213 and n minus 1 as it is, and the value of D as minus 8, we can calculate the value of n. The value of n, what is the significance of n? N reflects the total number of will give you equal to 213 minus 8n plus 8, right? So 37 equal to 213 plus 8, this will give you 221 minus 8n, and when 8n will be coming into the RHS will be 221 plus 37. This will give you 7 plus 1, 8, 3, 2, 5, 258. So 8n is equal to 258. This will give you the value of n as 258 by 8, which will be equal to 258 by 8, which will equal to 8, 3, 24, 31 something, right? So here we can do one thing. 37 is the value of nth term, and A plus n minus 1 into D. You just check what are the steps we do. 213 is the first term, 213 minus n minus 1, A plus n minus 1 into D. D is minus 8, which we have calculated, and minus 8 multiplied with n minus 1 will give you minus 8n plus 8. 213 plus 8 will be coming as 221, and 221 and 37 will be coming from LHS to the RHS. So this will not be added, this will be subtracted over here, right? So this will give you the value of 8n as 221 minus 37, that is equal to 11 minus 7 is 4, right? 11 minus 7 is 4, and this is 1. So 11 minus 3 is 8, 184, and n is equal to 184 by 8. This will give you 8 to 16 and 23, right? So the total terms in AP, total terms in the given AP is how much? 23. So if there are total 23 terms of the given in the given AP, then we can say that the middle term will be equal to how much? The middle term will be, if the value of n is 23, the middle term will be 23 by 2, which will be giving you 11.5. 11.5. So that means not 11.5, 12th term is the middle term. middle term. How? From 0 to 11 this side and 11 this side, 11 11 22 and total 23 terms. So the middle term will be lying into the central, right? This will give you the middle term, so that you can add 11 plus 1 plus 11. So this will all give you 23, which is the value of total terms of the given AP. So what is the value of 12th term which we need to calculate? It's A plus n minus 1, that is 12 minus 1 into D. The value of D is minus 8. We've already calculated D. We have already knowing the value of A, right? So putting up the value of A as 213 plus 12 minus 1 is 11. 11 into minus 8 will be minus 88. So 213 minus 88, this will give you 5 to 1. So the middle term will be the 12th term, and the value of this is calculated as 125. So the middle term which we are going to calculate, we have calculated it and it's 125, right? So in this way we have solved this question, students. For any query you can just put up into the comment box and you can just let me know. If any doubt is coming to you, you can just drop me a message, and if you find it useful you can just like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, students. Happy learning. Bye bye.